right, here we go with lesson 5. We're going to talk about time cards. And when you're reading your time card, multiplication, addition are some pretty important skills that you need to have. I'm not sure how many of those jobs out there still actually print you a time card. Most of this is probably online. And hopefully you do your due diligence at looking up your time card to make sure that, you're getting paid the amount that you should be getting paid and so forth. So here we go. We got Hannah's time card, okay, and she works a lot of split shifts at the restaurant here that she works at. Okay, so keep in mind that regular hours, which are before overtime, is 40, and then anything over 40 hours is considered overtime, which is usually time and a half, so 1.5 times your pay. So first, let's figure out how many total hours that Hannah worked. So I'm just going to go down through here and add up these hours. 6 to 9 is 3 hours, 11 to 1 is 2. So that's a total of 5 hours that day. All right, I think you can probably manage that. So go ahead and fill those in. I got 5 hours for Monday. I got 8 hours for Tuesday. For Wednesday, I got 7 hours, 4 and 3. For Thursday, I got 3 and 4 makes 7 hours. Friday, it looks like she worked 5 and 4, which is 9 hours. She was off on Saturday. And Sunday, it looks like she works, 6 to 1, right? That's 7 hours, plus another 2 makes 9 hours. Okay. So when we go ahead and add up her hours for the week, okay, all we would do is add these together, right? So if we get her total hours for the week, right, first, I'm getting 45 hours. So 40 of those would be regular hours, and 5 of those would be overtime hours. So to calculate her pay, we're going to take the $15 an hour she makes, all right, over 40 hours time, all right, and find out that her regular pay is $600. And then she had 5, overtime hours, which is kind of like bonus. So that's an extra $112.50 for her overtime hours. All right. And then her grand total obviously would be the sum of those two numbers, which is $712.50 for her pay for that week. All right. So if she worked these sort of crazy hours, how much would she make over time, right? So in 2 weeks' time, all right, so then we just take that $712.50 and we multiply by 2, okay, and that would give us, the amount that she would make in 2 weeks. And some companies actually pay you bi-weekly, so even though you work every week, you only get paid every other week. That's how Mr. Warner's job is. In 4 weeks' time, what would she make? So we're just going to double that amount again. So basically monthly, she's making about $28.50. Okay. And then last there in a year, so I take that $712.50 and I multiply it by 52 weeks in a year, and I would say she's making about $37,000. Okay. Now, obviously, this has nothing to do with taxes. How much she pays in federal tax, federal income tax, state income tax, local tax, so forth. Right. Let's scroll down here to answer some questions. So Hannah usually gets around $30 a day in tips from the servers in the restaurant. So how much money does she make in tips per week? Right. So in the previous problem there, she works 6 days that week. So 6 and 30 makes $180 in tips. Oops, 180, not 108. And how much money does she make altogether in 1 week? So I would take my $712.50 that I got before and I'd add that $180 into it, and to find out that she's making about $892.50 a week, right? So how much per hour does this work out to be? So your tips aren't included in your hourly wage, but we would just take the total hours that she worked, which is 45. We'll take that number divided by 45 and find out that she's making about $19.83 an hour, roughly speaking. Okay. So what I want you to do here for your homework is you're going to go ahead and do the same thing for David. All right. He works as a server at a restaurant as well. And here's his time card. How much does he make in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, a year? And a couple questions about David and his situation.